Do you want to become a legend in your own kitchen? I can help you get there with corn on the cob. It's one of those little things that is just the best. Corn on the cob is actually my favorite food in the world. Ever since I was a little boy, I just love corn. Now, the common way of eating it, and this is why I love it, I could just eat ears and ears of this, is just going back and forth and eating the corn right off the cob. Why not? It's perfection. But sometimes you have some leftover cobs, or you have a recipe that just needs kernels. Here's what you want to do. You want to take the kernels off the cob. You can do it if it's cooked. You can do it if it's raw. It's a little easier if it's cooked, but it's not hard to do if it's raw. So first of all, you need a knife. I always found that the chef's knife is just a little bit too long. Yes, of course you can do it, but I prefer to use either a utility knife, because you're using a shorter part of the knife and you have a little more control, or even just a steak knife, something with a little heft to it. I'm not a big fan of using a paring knife on it because that just sometimes puts up a little bit of a fight. This is the perfect knife for this. Now, I'm going to show you two things which is going to change your corn world. First of all, and again, you can do this raw or cooked, is just take the knife down and, as you can see, it goes everywhere, but that's part of the beauty of cooking. So that's the first thing. You've got all of the kernels off. But wait, there's more. Use the back of your knife, not the front. Use the back of your knife. And you see how that looks right now, kind of sealed up? Just scrape it up and down the cob, just like that. You do it again if it's raw or if it's cooked. And just kind of go up and down like that. How can you tell if you're doing anything? First of all, you can see how that looks in there. All those little holes in there where the kernels stick in, those are empty. And look, this is what came out of it. Look at all that. You know what we call that? Flavor. Honestly, that will just add so much flavor to everything. But here's another takeaway. What I like to do with the cobs is I take a handful of these, maybe a half dozen, and I put them in the freezer. Because when the weather gets cool, and it's gonna, this is what I use to make a corn chowder or a corn soup. I'm going to show you that in the fall when the weather's a little bit cooler and we pluck them out of the freezer. This is it. This is what you want to do with corn. This is going to increase your legendness in the kitchen. And if you like this video, please subscribe because there's a lot more coming.